Alhamdulillahi wahda, wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da, amma ba'd. Previously we discussed the things that break the fast and Qada becomes wajib, but then there is no Kaffarah. Today we will discuss things that break the fast, Qada becomes wajib and Kaffarah also becomes wajib. A person has to do both. Number one, consuming anything that is used as food or medicine on purpose and they know that they are fasting and purposely they ate. This will make Qada and Kaffarah both wajib upon this person. So this could be, and I have had young boys who ask me this. They were 15, they were 14, they were baligh, but they were just rebels and they were at home and they saw some nice food or chocolate or something to eat and they thought no one's watching and they decided to eat. Stuff like this, if this happens, then there will be Qada on this and then there will be Kaffarah. Number two, having intersexual course intentionally and the state of fasting. So someone is fasting and they couldn't resist, they went to their wife and they decided to have intercourse. In that case, their fast is now broken. They will have to do Qada for this and they will have to do Kaffarah. Number three, applying surma or kuhl, which we say in Arabic. And they thought that the fast is broken, so then they ate and drank intentionally. In that case, the fast is broken, Qada will be wajib and Kaffarah will be wajib. Doing miswak. A person did miswak and then thought that the fast is now broken, so then he began to eat and drink and now he will also have to do Qada and Kaffarah. Backbiting and thinking that the fast is now broken, so due to that they start to eat and drink. This will now make Qada and Kaffarah wajib upon them. If a husband forces his wife to have intercourse and then the wife is not willing, then for the husband it is necessary to do Qada and Kaffarah, and for the wife only Qada is necessary. She is not required to do the Kaffarah. If at the beginning the wife was not willing, however, after or during penetration or during the intercourse, she became willing. So even if that does happen, she will still not do Kaffarah and rather Qada is only wajib upon her. Now, there are people in this world who are in an abusive relationship, and may Allah forbid, may Allah protect us and may Allah protect them. But they still need to know the ahkam, that they thought, well, I was forced, so I don't have to do Qada or Kaffarah anymore. Regardless, if you were forced, that is wrong. That is a different issue. What your husband did or does, that is not correct. And but the fact that it was done to you, so you need to know that the fast is invalid. And if you were willing of it, and that case, now you might ask that how can someone be willing? So some people go into this role play kind of thing. So may Allah protect us. If anything like this happens, you still need to know the ahkam of the fasting itself as well. So if someone was forced into sex and in that case they were unwilling, then Qada will only become wajib, Kaffarah will not be wajib upon them. And in the middle, if they somehow became willing and they started to seek, they started to gain some pleasure from it, in that case, still there will only be Qada but no Kaffarah, because the fast had already broken. So even if later on there is any kind of pleasure, it's not willing during the fast, if that makes sense. If a woman breaks her fast thinking that she will start her menstrual cycle today, however it did not start, then Qada and Kaffarah will be wajib. So she should have not fasted, but the fact that she fasted and then later on she got this feeling that alright, now my fast will break, so I'm just gonna eat, and then that day the fast did not break, her cycle didn't start. In that case, Qada and Kaffarah both will become wajib upon her. Smoking shisha or cigarettes while fasting breaks the fast. Qada and kafara are both wajib. So someone who's quitting, for example, smoking, and then he couldn't resist, he thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a smoke. In this case, qada will also be wajib upon him, and kafara. If you are consuming something in the state of fasting forgetfully, and then when you remember or somebody reminds you that you're fasting, what are you doing? Stop eating. And you should throw away the food which is in your mouth immediately. If after remembering or after being reminded, you carry on eating, so something you're chewing in halfway in the process, and then someone tells you you're fasting, and you think, well, this is already in my mouth, I can now swallow it. Now, qada and kafara both will become wajib. In that case, one should have thrown it out, but because he technically consumed it after remembering, and he knows he was fasting, he should have thrown it out, but the fact that he didn't, now qada and kafara both will become wajib upon this person. So these are some of the things that a person should be mindful, and he should be extremely careful, and he should know. So whether a person should share this knowledge with another person, or teach it, or inform others in their masajid, in their homes, with their families, sit down, it would be inshallah really beneficial, so that way we don't have to go through the process of the kafara. And the kafara itself is not an easy task. The kafara is to fast continuous 60 days, one after the other. So if someone fasted for 58 days hypothetically and then missed one, he will have to restart the 60 days fasting for breaking one fast on purpose. So the kafara is not an easy task. If someone did that and he purposely broke his fast through intercourse or through eating purposely, a person will have to fast for continuous 60 days in order to make up for one broken fast on purpose. So a person needs to know that the kafara is not an easy task to be done, and to protect ourselves from that. And also one needs to know that the kafara is for 60 days, qada is also needs to be done. So that means 61 fasts, but the 60 need to be done continuously, one after the other, and the qada can be done at a later time. It doesn't have to be connected with the kafara. So the kafara is 60 days separate, and the qada is 60 days, 1 day separate. So in total, he will have to do 61 days of fasting to break one fast on purpose. So this is why a person should educate one another to make sure that we are all aware of our ahkam, and we control our nafs, we control our desires, and we should submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instead of submitting to our soul desires. Now shaitan is not here in the month of Ramadan, but our habits, our nafs, our desires, our wills, our wishes that we internally desire, they are there. So we should take a grip on ourselves and focus more towards pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than to be pleasing ourselves. Jazakumullahu khair.